Today I'm going to show you how to make a classic banana pudding completely from scratch. I'm also going to show you how to make your own Nilla Wafers, which are not easy to find in the UK, so I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade version. I started off by preheating my oven to 170 degrees Celsius and I lined a baking tray with some parchment paper. In a bowl, I beat together 113 grams of unsalted butter and 133 grams of sugar until creamy. Next, I added 1 egg room temperature and added 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and I mixed it until it was fully combined. When everything was mixed together, I added 190 grams of self-raising flour to the bowl and a pinch of salt. I then added 2 tablespoons of milk and continued to combine the flour with the egg and butter and sugar mixture. My dough was feeling a bit too thick, so I added a tablespoon of milk, and you can do the same until the texture looks like this. I used a piping bag to pipe the dough because I wanted the little Nilla wafers to be similar size, but you can just scoop 2 teaspoon portions. I baked them in the oven for around 8 minutes, and I would recommend you keep an eye on them because they take really quick to bake. Next, I followed the Magnolia Bakery banana pudding method. So in a bowl, I whisked together a can of condensed milk with 355 milliliters of ice cold water, and I combined this together until it was smooth like this. I added 1 packet of instant vanilla pudding mix and I beat this for 2 minutes. If you can't find instant vanilla pudding mix, check my description box below as I show you how to make it without it. Cover and chill for at least 4 hours. I left the vanilla pudding to thicken overnight because I had a bit of time. In a separate bowl, you are going to whisk together 600 milliliters of double cream until it forms stiff peaks. Now that the double cream mixture is ready, I am going to fold the chilled pudding mixture into the whipped cream until it's smooth and fluffy. I chopped 5 medium bananas for this recipe. My bananas were not as ripe as I would have liked, but I didn't mind too much. I would say though, wait until your bananas are really ripe, and that looks like having none of that green stuff at the top and the banana being yellow with some dark brown spots. Now it's time for the fun part, so I'm going to assemble everything in a large dish. So step 1 was to add the pudding mixture. I then added the wafers and then the sliced bananas, and I kept repeating this step a couple of times. I chose to break some of the Nilla wafers into smaller parts. Now that I finished assembling the pudding, I'm going to pop it back into the fridge and let it set for a couple of hours. This step is completely optional. You don't need it to make the perfect banana pudding, but for aesthetic reasons, I just wanted to pipe some bananas on top of the banana pudding. I did this using American buttercream. I colored it yellow first and then added a bit of brown so that it gave me this really nice banana color. So I piped a few bananas, popped them into the fridge. They looked like this in the end. I'm personally really happy with how they looked and turned out. I'm mainly proud that they actually looked like bananas. So there we have it, our classic banana pudding. I let it set in the fridge for a couple of hours and then I tried it and it was stunning. And that brings us to the end of this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you attempt to make this banana pudding in the comment section below.